So the market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market, it went to zero.
GM, welcome back to Capitulation Monday here. So we have a bit of an update across the market. Going to go through mainly AI coins, as I still think this is the most interesting sector. Been quite a lot of shady shit, maybe some shenanigans thrown on top, and so there's been a big shakeup over the last week or so. Now, we'll start off with Bitcoin here. You can see massive wick down. We've actually tapped on certain exchanges 88s. This Bitstamp chart showing me 89K, kind of coming into a region where people were saying, look, we'll come and sweep this. We've pretty much got there. Good, strong reaction. A nice bit of length to that wick there, 91.7. So decent reaction. Obviously, Bitcoin generally looking quite weak, but get back inside the range, please, and hope for some better days ahead as we are 7 days out exactly from the Trump inauguration. I would pull up the SPX next, but if we just go here, post by Gamma-chan saying, look, what if we just needed to fill the gap on the SPX? As you can see, gap fill potential has been done this morning with some big red candles across TradFi also. Also of note right now, of course, we have the dollar absolutely turbo sending upwards, but potentially coming into some serious resistance. Again, Trump has stated the dollar is too high and interest rates are too high. So if you can massage this back down, that will be welcome for risk once more. So interesting things occurring. Big news story. We have JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon calling Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme, saying it has no intrinsic value. And he's actually, within the interview he was doing, kind of alluding to it as being as bad as sex trafficking, which is just a crazy statement. Although JP Morgan Chase do allow clients to buy crypto assets, I believe. We also have MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor, again, top blast candy. Average price 96,000 on some recent purchases. So it would have been good if he actually scooped the bottom here, but he's bought a little bit higher. But as he says, I'll buy the top forever. So clearly he doesn't really give a fuck. So he's acquired an additional 2,500 BTC. They now hold, imagine this, 450,000 Bitcoins. You probably own 450,000 of some AI token on Sol, but 450,000 BTC is really, really impressive. So hats off to him. He just does as suggested. I'm not sure if the blackout period is bullshit or what, but he keeps buying. True to his word, I will buy at the top forever. Then over this past weekend, I believe, was it Friday, Saturday? Bit of a time warp. We have AICC, the AI accelerator that came out, which was a bit of a grift, to say the least. You had the likes of Bankless putting in like $5 a piece and then pulling out like multiples, millions of dollars. So this left a very sour taste in the mouth for AI investors, as obviously there's a lot of LARP, a lot of grift occurring that usually happens when you're due a big correction, which is what pretty much followed from there with a lot of things down like 50%. We'll jump into some charts in a moment. But this is Nick Garcia, I think he's from Masari, and he was saying, look, even though prices are down, you can see on some of these big ticket assets, the number of holders is actually increasing quite substantially. So I think it's going to be a big rotation from the previous leaders into newer flavors, but I do think AI is still the area to be focusing on, and that is what I'll be doing. Then not to miss a bit of shenanigans and drama, Shaw Makes Magic, aka Shaw from AI16Z. His reputation is pretty crazy and like he's pissed a lot of people off. He was involved in the AICC stuff. Just a very much Marmite character. If there's drama to be had, he's around it. And this guy here, Diamond Hands Dig, he has access to the terminal on AIXBT and he asks it a load of questions. So this is quite a fun account to actually follow because he's just putting in prompts into the AIXBT terminal, kind of showing it off in terms of what it can do. But he put, is Shaw an existential risk to AI16Z? And the bot, using its social data gathering, says Shaw's leadership is becoming a liability. The project is down 58% from all-time high, and the community is actively questioning his leadership. The fact that the project is being criticized for having copies forks suggests a lack of innovation and direction. Given the competitive nature of the AI agent space right now, weak leadership could be fatal. I'd reduce exposure until there's clear resolution of the leadership situation. So rather funny stuff there coming from this. We also have big kind of like just aggressive selling. So this was from Daily Bread. Someone clearly aggro selling this virtuals token from $5, no break, to like $2.20, I think it went to. So pretty crazy to see. People have absolutely exited massive positions from certain tokens. Then this one on the algo being posted again by Gamma-chan. Your coin fluctuates, my coin flatulates. This is the first post from Avocado Toast saying, look, you're looking for strong bounces here as Bitcoin nukes. What recovers? What are people bidding? As per his answer here, coins that bounce the hardest during the market sell-offs reveal themselves. They're the ones to bid. So a bit of alpha. And then exhibit 2 here, Pippin as well. Big move up. So you can see when there's capitulation in the market, where the bid returns. Once we have more clarity and a bit of up-only action, likely these are the tokens that continue to get sustained bids. Grant also dropped us a January deck screener list. So this is the watch list for Jan. So if you're part of the meal deal, or if you're not part of the meal deal, you want to get subscribed potentially, check out the link down below for that. But some of the alpha for the month of Jan. So just coins to have on the watch list. And to be honest with you, you had to rotate quite aggressively and frequently to stay really winning in the market as of late. Let's look at some charts here. So we have Fartcoin putting in a bit of a bottom, maybe at 64, 65 cents there. This would be a higher low from the low we saw in the kind of December capitulation, which went down to like 55. So 55, new low, 65. Bit of a nice move up here. So clearly there's been bid for this thing. There was a big wallet with about 3 million USDC deploying into this. You have Grift, so this is a DeFi AI token, and this one looks on the cusp of breaking out. So with all the noise around BTC, panic, etc., this thing pushing all-time highs is obviously very bullish. This is one of the ones to be watching right now, as too is Sol Graph. This one, again, similar-ish chart, looking to push and break all-time highs here, whilst a lot of stuff is down. Shore's token, AI16Z, giving absolutely no reprieve over the previous week as it just continues to nuke, and it's gone down to just below $1. If we just pull up the hourly here, I think it went as low as this wick here, so somewhere around 91 cents with some big dumps coming in for that. Virtual is putting in a bit of a bounce here. You can see the long wick on there down to 215, would suggest a capitulation event. But again, with all these numerous consecutive red candles, you have in the most likely scenario, huge whales exiting into a low liquidity environment as it's just nuked. Same with game as well. What a horrendous chart this one is. Breaking through the support at around 18, 19, 20 cents, that kind of region. Absolutely smashed through to around 11 cents earlier. So someone absolutely puking the bag. It seems to suggest as low as, around 11, high 10. So some awful charts out there. More interesting to see where the bid has come back in. FXN's got some good bid. Pretty wild chart overall, very choppy, uncomfortable hold, but the Swarm Tech probably is good tech. And then Pippin as well. So this one, again, is one of the ones that's got a really strong bit of bid in the market here. So I think this one looks like it's going to be a winner. 15 cents earlier this morning, now back up to 24 cents. Speaks volumes. So we'll leave things off there. DXY is a bit too high, hopefully going to come down. And then BTC, hopefully we're going to see continuation of the bounce and re-entering back inside the range. So this is the weekly time frame here. Hopefully we're going to see some green candles on the horizon and up-only action as soon as Trump takes charge, which is next Monday, the 20th of Jan. That's all for now. Have a good one. Don't get liquidated. Peace.